Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No. It's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Hey everybody, welcome to Online Growth Systems, and in today's episode, we will be going over the second cognitive bias in Charlie Munger's 24 cognitive biases, the psychological denial. Alright, so cognitive bias number 2 is psychological denial. And Charlie Munger, his 24 cognitive biases speech that he gave to the Harvard class of 1995, somewhere around the month of June, he talks about the second cognitive bias of psychological denial and how he uses the specific example of how one of his good neighbors had an awesome son who was extremely athletic, all-star athlete, a honor roll student. He was enlisted in the army, and he went on an aircraft carrier to go serve in the military, and the plane went down, and he never came home. And unfortunately, that kind of things happens, in the military. But the mother of the child was in denial, and she refused to believe that he was dead, that he was still out there somewhere. They needed to find him, and that she never really accepted the truth that her son wasn't going to come home. And Charlie talks about how that second cognitive bias, psychological denial, is something that everyone uses to a certain extent, to use in their own life, to make things that are hard to accept bearable. And that second cognitive bias helps your mind take things that might interrupt your sanity, really, and it makes it things that are easy to consume mentally so that you can live with yourself. And it's really a defense mechanism, is the second cognitive bias. And as Charlie mentions, everyone uses it a little bit every day. And to the ones that have the extreme things happen to them in their life, that is when the second bias really kicks into high gear and manipulates reality so that way you think that things are acceptable and you're in denial. So another great example of this second cognitive bias in real life example is when you look on TV and you see people who are world-class criminals, the bad of the bad, the worst of the worst, and they're clearly 100% guilty. But you look at the mothers and they 100% believe that their sons or their daughters are innocent. There is no way that their child would do that robbery, that, crime, whatever it is. So how can you use the second cognitive bias in your own life? Well, you can't really apply this one to business, but one thing that you could apply it to in your life is that you try to examine what facts in your life, what maybe traumas, what bad experiences do you have in your life where maybe your own mind applied psychological denial to help you accept it? And is it blinding you from seeing the bigger picture? Is it blinding you from seeing the truth? Maybe you had a family member have something tragic happen to them. My sister got in a car accident a couple of months ago. I was diagnosed with kidney failure a couple of months ago. What parts of your life, what experiences in your life do you think that psychological denial has taken a toll in your vision of reality, and would maybe trying to find the truth, seek the truth in that area of your life, would that help you bring some clarity into your life? Maybe see something that you didn't see before, and is it something you could take action on to improve your life, your relationships, your health, wealth, love, or happiness? So kind of do a self-assessment. That's something that you can do with the second cognitive bias. So thanks guys for watching. Make sure that you guys do a little flicky, just do a little flickaroo on the subscribe button. And if you, for some reason it doesn't, actually, you know what? Just do it. See you next time. Little do you guys know that I have applied the second cognitive bias of psychological denial in my own life. In fact, I've applied it to this very own YouTube channel by taking out the competition.
Oh, not my son. He's perfect. He's so nice and innocent. He'd never hurt anybody.
They're dead,
Right.
Mom. Let's see how freaking loud you could possibly be.
You just said you know 4 times in 1 sentence.
You know? Thank you so much.
I'm serious.
Okay.